along the way. So yeah, I mean, pretty cool spot. But let's get back to the job at hand, right?
Yes.
Astro, to have your team spread out and being able to cover these angles that here for Florida Southern.
And a massive fight back there at the tail end of Game 3. They found their momentum, they found their rhythm, but unfortunately it was just too little, too late.
Understand it, this wasn't the plan. Don't wanna demand it, I've done what I can. And I never mentioned the times you were rude. And I never mentioned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another semester of Esports Madness. I am Ben Kincaid, joined by Molly Denz. How are you doing today?
Oh, it's a wonderful day for some esports, Ben. This winter break has been too long without our Shenandoah University broadcast. I think the biggest thing that changed with our Rocket League team is that we no longer have an academy team. All of our rosters have combined, so there's now a total of 5 rostered players on our varsity squad this year.
Yeah, we're feeling good. Had a chance to look at the bracket beforehand. Kind of mixed feelings, mixed emotions kind of thing, but looking to get a good start here for the beginning of the season.
See them now up on the screen. I mean, you can see Kyazii's excitement to be back in the driver's seat for the semester.
I think that's as excited as we are. Look at him.
Look, oh yeah, is he making ears? Yeah, trying to hear the crowd. Yeah. Oh, he's such a goof. I love him. It's meant in a very positive light. Don't worry.
I can't even tell you who this is. I gotta sit down.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay, yep, there he is.
Love that.
But looking at last season, Florida Southern, they went all the way to LCQ, right? Getting knocked out 3-2 to Condors Esports, but so kind of at bay. I mean, they might be looking pretty good this year.
Become more of a demolition expert kind of deal, you know?
Demo derby.
I mean, hey, we've seen him before. Kyazii, Mango too. He likes to get a little aggro. Like, if he's angry, you're going to know it. There will just be cars exploding, and usually he's the culprit. Typically, that doesn't happen in game number 1. The pace tends to start a little slow as these teams are kind of feeling each other out for the day. But this is a good sign, Ben. It means we're getting just about ready to head into our first best-of-5 series of the year.
Yeah, I can't wait. I am so excited to watch some car soccer, specifically this team that we have here at Shenandoah. 3 semesters together thus far, playing as this unit as we go into kickoff. Kyazii taking control for Elim, just barely missing on that ball.
The vision is there. The comms were in place, a little bit off on the positioning on that ball. That's what you want to see from the Hornets. Mango.
Of that one, a clear, not quite on target. Kyazii back to receive that one. Shots on goal. Astro follows up and ties.
Always favorable to take, and they haven't really been attempting them so far. Going for the more reaction type plays on the defense, which is really tricky when you find yourself in situations like
off into the corner, but now with a minute to go and playing this defensive side, a shot on goal from mid
of the pitch. It's looking pretty darn good for them to close out game 1. The bounce in an awkward spot when this ball moves slow. That's when it gets scary, and so just capitalize on it. At a 4-1 scoreline for the first game of the NACE season here, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing when the pace was moving, and it looks like Florida Southern were just a little bit more comfortable with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Astro was all over the place, right? That is the player that we were looking at.
Definitely favored Florida Southern more than it did the Shenandoah Hornets. So when we look ahead into game 2, I want to take notice to how is this pace going? Are we going to try to keep up with this kind of chaotic all for one kind of deal, or
they look so darn good, right? When they really take the time to look at these angles. Kyazii in this SU squad sometimes. Astro now in the air. The defense with the himself, but won't be able to do so. And here comes Astro. Elim again unable to connect.
they have not let up the gas this entire game. I mean, there's been better signs of life. I think demos too from the Hornets help, but when you commit so far, dangerous, and you're getting down low, if the Hornets want to get themselves on the board for game 2, it's got to be right here and now. Big shot from downfield, the angling from so...
Rotations are not coming in as fast as SU needs them. The demos as well, another shot from Astro right off.
And this is kind of just that wake-up call, right? You're getting used to what you need to do. If you get one on the board, that'd be great. And Mango is going to go ahead and break some ankles of his own to make sure that happens.
Has been in that backfield for Florida Southern, just sending it right back.
Or you just leave it wide open for Kyazii. He'll go ahead and take
2-0 on the series. SU, what do you do to stop the bleeding?
So hype, and it goes great. And oftentimes, that's why when they win their games, Ben, they're sweeps.
Yeah,
because they can
been go and have some fun along the way. So yeah, I mean, pretty cool spot. But let's get back to the job at hand, right?
Yes.
Astro, to have your team spread out and being able to cover these angles that here for Florida Southern.
And a massive fight back there at the tail end of game 3. They found their momentum, they found their rhythm, but unfortunately it was just too little, too late.
Unresolved, maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known, wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance, and I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much.
Good evening, Shenandoah University esports fans. It is Monday, people, and we are going to go ahead and start ourselves off strong here with our good old NACE Rocket League matchup. I'm, of course, Molly Dens with Ben Kincaid. We've been here. This is nothing new for us for the past 3 semesters. You know, always a good way to start off the week is getting these guys on the field.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket League every Monday, pretty much.
True.
For as far as I can remember, Mondays has been Rocket League
It's the
Day.
Rocket League Day, yeah.
So, yeah, very excited to jump into this one. We have some good competition here with Morris College coming through. And, yeah, the guys 0-1 so far in NACE, but looking to bounce back here this week.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a peek here at what our team's been up here to in just a little bit. But I think for Shenandoah University, which I will be referring them as Shenandoah University today for a very specific reason, that is because Morris College are also the Hornets, Ben.
Yeah, it's a battle of the hives,
Yeah.
if you will, right, as our producer so kindly said right before we jumped onto the broadcast. But no, it's going to be fun. Yeah, Hornets is both of these schools, so yeah, probably SU or yeah, SU.
We'll figure
something out. Red and blue.
We'll go back to that. But it is not just Morris College that we'll be facing off against in Rocket League this week. We have a whole schedule to go ahead and show y'all heading into this season. Of course, actually, this is a bit. Oh nope, this is correct for the first week. I apologize. I don't know what I'm looking at. But we will have our Academy Street Fighter right after the conclusion of our Rocket League game today. Way Awesome Kevin will be taking the stage for a total of 3 matches. We'll get a couple of those on stream. Before we head into the back half of our week, Overwatch, Smash, Tekken, you know the drill.
Yeah, I mean, Thursday's our fun day. We have 3 of our teams performing, two of which are our Smash Bros. Varsity and Academy teams. We have our Varsity Rocket League yet again, and then we wrap it all up with a bye week.
Oh, you're going to say, wait, there's an Overwatch game. Oh, there's not.
Yeah.
I also got baited, and I'm on the Overwatch team. So if anyone should know this information, it is me. So guess what? We have a bye week this week. Let's found that out, but that's all good. We got more time to focus on the matches at hand, which this one is going to get a little bit interesting because to my understanding, we're going to have some change-ups coming into the roster for some very specific reasons. But why would we want to hear it from us when I think we have an interview just about to get ready here?
Yeah, I mean, I believe we have Kyazii, Wyatt, our ball of fun. Our little goofball in the camera that you see from time to time. I believe they are all set for that interview. So let's just give it a quick toss to Chris, who is joined by Wyatt. Kyazii, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm live out in the arena with Kyazii, preparing for his Week 2 matchup. I just want to ask you a couple questions before we get into the action. How's it feel to be back? We're back on a Monday, but you excited to compete again?
Oh, I'm very excited. Last week, we had a few games, won one, lost one, so we're coming into this week strong.
Yeah, okay, so I do want to talk a little bit about the game that we got to watch on Monday. That was a loss, unfortunately, to start the season. How are you guys feeling, and what did you guys sort of take away from that? What can we expect to see different today?
The first game was really just getting the rust off. We just need to play, break happens, but we're taking everything we did wrong last week, and we're heading into this week strong.
Absolutely, and I want to ask you a little bit as well. It's my understanding that we might see some different shuffled around rosters here tonight, and I just want to ask what's that like, having this sort of deep roster and having so many starters that can kind of come in and out interchangeably?
Well, it's very different this year because we have all these players, but it's nice to have this flexibility when we're switching rosters. We're just going to see what sticks. Yeah.
Hey, that's great. That's an awesome ability to have. But I'll just ask you one more question before you go start warming up. Can I get a goal prediction on the day?
Ooh, a goal prediction? We're going to keep it humble, 5-0.
All right, 5-0. You heard it. 5 goals from Kyazii. I'm going to throw it back to the desk. Thank you so much. Good luck today. And guys, take it away.
5 goals from Kyazii. That's a mark to set.
That is
come
true.
into this game today. I mean, he got, if I'm looking at my stats correctly, he got 3 last week over the course of the series. Could possibly add 2 more on to that. And, you know, when you look at our previous match against Southern Florida there, That was very tricky. These teams about at an even skill level, but the big thing that Kyazii, of course, brought up was this was a match of shaking off the rust.
Yeah.
The rust is gone. We've done our little shake it all off now, and you're heading into this next week with a little bit more confidence. And I think that this opponent will offer a different look from this roster in particular, a bit more of a confidence boost. Because on paper, the statistics are a bit more on the even side.
Yeah, we look at last season's results here. SU going 2-5 and Morris College 1-6 with that one. We can see the game records as well. Not too terribly skewed either way as well. So both of these teams looking to improve and grow from what they had going on last semester. And this season, they're still starting in that kind of 0-1 slump. Both of the games going in an 0-3 direction. But we'll just see what happens here as these both of these teams look to bounce back.
And I know for Shenandoah, when they played their NECC match off broadcast, that was a win for them. So that was technically their first win of the season. And perhaps today can be the same for NACE. Historically, Shenandoah loves getting their sweeps, whether it is their 3-0ing or the ones getting 3-0'd. We just like to bring out the broom. It's like their favorite tour for some reason. I don't know how to really feel about that, but and we'll have to see whether that's going to stick true to the narrative today. This is a very tricky back bracket. I do want to mention that we're in this year. So with NACE Varsity Premier, these are some of the best teams that you are going to find within the country. ETSU, FIU are up there amongst the best of the best right now. And to be within that same bracket is going to really challenge this roster of players. Yeah,
I mean, this is, like you said, with ETSU, FIU, Kaiser as well, toss in there. These are very historically good schools at Rocket League, and what they do, they are very, very good. As now we take a little pivot over to what our guys do, and that's have a pretty good media day. I mean, look at that, right? We got the flexing coming through from Kyazii. We have Elim, the point, and then, of course, Mango, the captain in the middle. The calm, cool, collected, arms crossed. I like it. I like it.
I do like it. It's not like their typical headshots that you get with esports, where everyone's just staring at the screen with a dead face. This is personality, people. Look at our Rocket League team. You gotta love them. It is a little bit deceiving today, though, because we will have, as we mentioned, a little bit of swapping around just to get more experience for every player to get a chance on the screen today. So that will actually be Irish, the first year coming in, played on the Academy Rocket League team the last semester. That no longer exists. We have combined both of our rosters, so this will be his first debut on that varsity squad.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, right? Because he did have some steady improvement throughout last semester, right? I believe is sitting now around, I want to say Diamond 3, maybe borderline in that GC kind of range. So yeah, good improvement throughout the semester. But then, of course, we have the staples still in there. We have Elim, we have Mango here to help him along the way to really kind of knock off some of his own rust and really get into the swing of things this semester.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this dynamic of synergy goes, because also these three players haven't actually practiced together, or at least they haven't played in a match before. So this is the first time this specific set of three will be making an appearance, and I'm curious to see what that looks like from a synergy standpoint, because the one thing that really has stood out about this Rocket League team in the past is that they have great communication with each other. They have confidence in where everyone's going to be and how to follow up with that. So when we look ahead towards adding Irish into this sort of clockwork function that we've seen in the past, can it still reach that same level of functionality that we've seen with Kyazii?
Yeah, I mean, Kyazii is kind of that player that fits into a lot of different scenarios, right? Very good in that half field kind of range, defensively, offensively as well, can kind of play both sides of the field very, very well. So we'll have to see how well Irish does going into that kind of scenario with this kind of new team. We see Kyazii there as well, was in the interview, is sitting down, so we might see some roster swaps here as well. So that could be fun. It's
not something you typically see in Rocket League either.
Yeah,
you'll see that in Overwatch, maybe Valorant, because there's a variety of heroes, agents, skill sets, whatever you want to call it. This is car soccer, people.
Yeah.
You're going in with the exact same things as everybody else. So I think having substitutions, it's usually for a communication sort of deal, or maybe a mentality kind of thing. So it is kind of nice to have this bigger roster, and I'm also glad that we get to have everyone have a chance at the stage this semester to get that experience up. I think it is worth noting that Morris College on paper is of lower rank than most of the teams that we typically see within this division. So it makes sense to want to experiment a little bit at the start while taking opponents seriously.
Yeah, no, I mean, these players are put in to really kind of see what they can do, right?
Yes.
See what needs to be worked on, working with the higher ranked players on our roster as well, so then they can give insights, because when VOD review comes around, they were playing with them, right? They know, all right, this happened here. We would have preferred you if you were in this position looking to do this play to set up something else that maybe Irish or Pagani or whoever is subbing in at the time didn't really recognize in the heat of the moment, because sometimes when you're in game, who knows? Sometimes it all goes awry and you don't know what to do.
It does. And that's just the chaos of playing in esports. And we put so much emphasis with traditional sports being a lot on the demand of physical skill and being able to read situations. Esports can be similar in a lot of those ways, but it's heavier on that mental piece where you have to plan like 5 steps ahead instead of just thinking about that very next move. Less about that specific reaction time and more about how you can think as one hive mind, which I think is very appropriate today considering we have 2 Hornets rosters coming up. That's so going to get me. It's so going to get me.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be like, oh, the Hornets, what a great play. And then, wait, no, not hang on. SU or Morris, I don't know. It's going to have to be just straight up college names, yeah. Hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We like to get a little fancy, so.
Yeah, we will.
It's like it's a test for us, too.
Morris College.
That's true.
Sorry. All right, anyways.
It's another day on the desk.
Another day.
Yeah, that's really how it is. Yep. But hey, they got more time for these players to get ready. We can kind of vibe. And it's kind of interesting too, just coming back on campus and seeing everyone back in the arena. I'm like, these people, they exist. They're here. It's so great to see everyone.
So great. This is what, week 2? I think
it's week 2 of competition.
Week 2 of competition.
Of classes.
Yeah, week 3 classes.
I don't know what day it is anymore.
I don't even know. I'm a college student. I just know when to be at places.
I know. I'm supposed to be here at this time.
I have class at 11. I can do that. I think tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That is the what comes after Monday. So we did pass preschool.
Good.
So
good to know.
We got that far at least, but
no, for sure. And it's going to be exciting seeing this roster come together, because I know they were playing over the break as well with each other, just having fun, not really having to lock in as hard as they will have to throughout this semester with the level of competition that we have in these groups. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see once this game kind of gets up and going where everyone lies today.
It's great to see their commitment towards this team and the success that they can have, especially when you hear winter break and you're like, we get some time off. Like, no one is asked to practice. Let's make that very clear.
True.
These players went out of their way to kind of hang out with each other. And it's honestly what's so special about this Rocket League team is this bond that we see within them, that friendship that they can always be there for each other. They can have a laugh. They can get back up after a loss, too. And I think it helps a lot in these sort of teamwork dynamics today. Which is also why I think having this next sort of generation of Rocket League talent at Shenandoah University, integrating them more into this setting, is going to be really good for the future of this competition.
Yeah, I know Griffin, our Captain Mango here, gave us a little spreadsheet of things they kind of want to work on.
Yes.
From last semester. I believe there's 3 big points there. Boost, management. There's some personal mistakes here and there, and I believe it was rotations, ? Was the last one.
Rotations, ?
I think it was rotations, but regardless of that, they recognized the things that they wanted to work on coming into this week, and we'll see how that kind of plays out, especially with this new player and substitution coming in as well, to see how well they work on some of the things that they recognized from last week.
Identifying strengths and weaknesses like this is a key component towards improving as a team. And sometimes it's really hard to do. Like, I know that I don't want to go up and tell somebody, like, hey, that was stupid. Don't do that again. Like, you're not going to do that just to any random person. Like, you have to be able to be comfortable enough with your own teammates to have these discussions about what needs to be improved on. Like, this is great, let's keep working on it, versus, hey, this is something that needs to be looked at a little bit more. Let's find a strategy so we can continue to improve. Like, those are the kind of communications that you want to see within a team. And Coach Qoallrk, I think, is a great person to help facilitate that on game day specifically.
Yeah, I mean, Qoallrk does a great job of keeping vibes high.
Yes.
But but also is very, very talented himself. I believe a GC3 SSL kind of
he played on the
ranked
team.
player. He was on the team for the longest time, played with Pagani and Mango, I believe, when he was on the team. So now gets to coach his former players as we now go into game number 1. Elim finding that cross and finding that quick early goal within 7 seconds of the game.
Yep, very good start here, and this is kind of more of those kickoff scenarios that Shenandoah wanted to work with. Comes back to these rotations. Who's going to be up there to get the ball? Elim perfectly chasing into the corner and finds the back of Morris College's net.
1-0 to start off game number 1 here for SU. Kickoff here in favor of Morris College. Mango tossing that one off to Elim, and now we see Elim again on the aggression. Won't be able to reach that one, but Irish instead up top, able to find the aerial, find that goal. 2-0 for SU.
First goal for the first year of the semester, and those are the kind of passes, these plays you wanted to come out. We were questioning, what's the synergy like between these 3 players? We haven't seen them on broadcast now. That play, perfect testament towards those goals.
Elim again with another great kickoff. We'll just let that one sit there, going for that full boost, trying to find that cross. The clear coming through now. Mango, a little bit of a whiff there, but Irish will be able to find that one. Won't be able to find the goal, the post standing in his way.
Irish giving a little bit of pressure on this ball. Going for some juggling. It's 3 players in the air from Morris, all committing towards that one play, but it's an awkward bounce in this corner. It leaves it up for grabs. Mango and Elim both diving for it. Tad bit of miscommunication there. But the end of the Shenandoah offense, now Morris College, you see some blue half of the pitch. Nice pinch from Elim, hugging that goal post, ensuring the ball goes wide. Yeah,
Elim able to send that one out of harm's way. Irish now off the backboard to Elim, but won't be able to connect back on defense. Mango, however, up in the air. Good save coming through from Mods. They're able to redirect that ball to keep this one a 2-score game. Some demos coming through as well. Irish has to get back on this defensive side. Won't be able to do so. Razor in the air brings Morris College within 1.
This was Irish was attempting to get the pass off to Elim, but you'll see his car just fly right on by that ball, and those are the things that you can come back and kick yourself for, but it is set and done. Morris College have narrowed Shenandoah's lead to 1.
Down to 1 in the pillowcase here. The cushion not fluffed as it was previously here. Irish trying to make contact midfield, unable to do so. Razor trying to get aggressive. Mods as well in the air in front of the goal, but Mango is there in time to find that bump and send it right back to Morris College's half of the pitch.
We're seeing Elim play a lot more defensively so far in this game, whereas Irish has been more posted towards this midfield. And these players are doing a decent job at connecting these passes in that slower-paced game that the Hornets like to play. They want to get as much time to think, to position as possible, and it makes these rotations a lot easier. The demolition, open opportunity for Irish on the goal line. It's going to go ahead and bounce over the last Morris College defender. Now a second one on the board for him.
Yeah, Irish finds that clear and chases it down. I think the clear was on target. He might have a little touch here. No, not even needed. Razor trying to get back in time, but unable to do so. Just a great on-target clear coming through from SU.
Yeah, great start so far, and we're not even halfway in. Hornets in red and blue, just to be specific here. Looking pretty strong so far. Not really overstepping their bounds. Even if Morris College tends to stick more towards this ground level of the field, you're not getting overconfident. You're not getting over-aggressive and leaving these doors open that have come back to bite the Hornets in the past. So I'm really liking that they're continuing with this well-rounded style of gameplay and setting up plays like this. Waterfall shot across the crossbar, and it'll be Elim to nail it home.
Yeah, Irish doing a great job at taking that one out of the corner, keeping it nice and slow for Elim to slam the door there. 4-1 lead for SU. I mean, Irish has been looking pretty darn good thus far, if I do say so myself.
Been all over the ball, and that's what you need. You need someone who's confident enough to get that ball where it needs to be, and so far I think Irish is up there in terms of the amount of connections that have happened so far. Elim, a little sick of playing defense though. Kind of just sailed over and landed on top of the ball. Can't do too much if you're on that. Imagine if you could run on it like it's a hamster wheel though.
Oh my gosh,
that'd be so fun.
Yeah, like the globe and like the circus, how the clowns would be on the globe, and they'd walk backwards to go forwards, forwards to go backwards.
I should make that a game mode. I'd play that.
To go forwards is back, or like to be the clown, or to beat the ball.
I don't know. Either one. It's just fun. Just sit on top of the ball and just.
They have like some game modes, like every now and then. There's like the ice spike one. clear coming through from Razor. They're able to get that one out of harm's way. But yeah, I mean, there's some fun stuff that RL tends to do here and there.
Here and there. I mean, hey, this is a pretty fun game to watch. I mean, Elim and Mango, a couple double commits, which never ideal, and I think it shows, like, Mango's actually the only one who hasn't gotten a goal on SU so far, which is quite strange coming from him.
Yeah, I mean, Mango is not in existence, I guess. Well, he is, but he's just kind of passing off to Elim and Irish to see what they can do there. A little pile up there with, I believe, that was Mods and Razor, a little stack the car action, but now Mango in the air, sending it over to the corner. A potential setup here with the cross, but Razor doing a good job of pushing that one out of that corner and out from the front of their own net.
Shenandoah have been keeping Morris College corralled in their own net for the majority of this second half, with only about a minute remaining here. 3-goal lead for the Hornets. You got to feel pretty good sitting on that one, especially if that bounce will clear their way. Oh, you'll love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Elim just has his touch, beats Razor to the ball. And, I mean, not back in time on the rotation is Morris College. 5-1 now in favor of SU. 49 seconds left to go here in game number 1. I think we still have yet to see Mango find a goal.
He's usually the big scorer on this team. Maybe that's why he's committing for these balls a lot more. And there's like, Elim's like, I got it. There goes Mango, just trying to catch up to it. And if you want to get on the board for this game in particular, don't necessarily need it. But he's going to try to do it anyways. Fancy with a double tap and off the corner. So that ball will end up landing, and this lead should be sustainable enough, especially with Irish and Elim doing a nice little 1-2 punch for a 6th.
Yeah, a good pass and then a good read from Irish as well, recognizing that, hey, this ball is coming right to me. Touches that one in there. Might have gone in anyways. Maybe it's a little bit of a goal steal coming through there from Irish, but nonetheless a goal in SU's pocket. 6-1, 23 seconds left to go. The kickoff in favor of Morris College here, but again, the clears are heavily in favor of SU.
The maintaining possession in this orange part of the field has been the name of the game for Shenandoah University, and it's going to be just that, which will secure them a win here in game number 1. Mango once again gets it get on the board. Not this time. Morris College, one last-ditch effort, banging it down to the blue side just for a 6-1 Shenandoah win to start us off.
I mean, SU definitely just opening up these passing lanes here in game number 1. Irish as well doing a great job at finding these reads, knowing where he has to navigate and be in position for some of these pass plays. I mean, we see the fist pumps coming through from Mango. Very exciting to see.
Is he excited?
The team.
I can't tell if he's like angry. You know, he was like,
maybe he had no goal. He had a few whiffs here and there. You know? Yeah, I don't know.
You can't be doing that, Mango. Can't be doing that. We love him. We're not actually dunking on him. This guy's great, but yeah. Oh man, I love that they're still enjoying themselves. Again, we kind of prefaced this that this would be a bit of a rank disparity between these two teams. Morris College has been getting their varsity team set up and put together heading into this season. So being here, I think they're about Platt, if I'm not mistaken.
Around that Platt range.
Yeah, so somewhere around there, closer to actually where Irish is. I think that Shenandoah University wanted to use this as an opportunity for, again, their players to try out new forms of synergy against some of the higher level teams.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And Irish thus far has stepped up. He's been able to find these clears, is faster on his rotations than he was last semester, and has been able to set up some of these pass plays as well, with Elim and Mango as well, just being able to facilitate some of the movement that he wanted to see from Elim and Irish in that first game.
Oh, yeah. Are we getting a swap out? We might be getting a swap out if I'm looking at my camera preview correctly. And because I'm not getting told off by production, I'm going to guess Pagani has made his way into this game and Kyazii. So we have a completely new set of 3 players. But reminder, Kyazii wanted to get 5 goals in this game. And,
that's true.
We're starting down a game.
Yeah, I mean, we already see Kyazii trying to maintain possession of this ball here. Unable to do so. Morris College able to regain possession here, but Kyazii, 5 goals. I mean, you got to step up to the plate here big time, as he did just there. He stepped right up to that plate, finding that save in the upper corner. A good shot coming through from Morris College, but great defense coming through from SU.
That was a miracle save. I thought for sure Morris College we're going to start off in the lead. Even Kyazii there, he's getting active. He's chasing this ball down like his life depends on it. And these are the fireworks he wanted to see when he put him and Pagani back in the game. We know the synergy that and experience that Pagani has with some of the more long-staying players on this roster. And so far, him and Irish, a little bit of a disagreement about who should be in control of that ball towards the front line, but that's you got a teammate to help follow up. Kyazii from the top ropes, and now everyone has to worry about rotating back in the defense.
Yeah, Pagani is someone that we did not see a whole lot last semester. Played a lot on the academy team, but is a very, very good player. Was on the team with Mango and Qoallrk when the coach was playing alongside them, and a very, very strong player. Sits about GC3, I believe, in the rankings in the ladder there. But yeah, a very, very strong roster coming through with these three players. Oh, man!
Whoa! All right, I thought it was going to be Pagani's goal, and he would get all the glory for it. But Kyazii's like, nah, thanks, friend. I'll go ahead and take that one away. That was a killer save out of Razor for the record. Kyazii it just had to show up to take it home.
That's one.
That's one.
Kyazii's got one on the day.
That's my tally.
Needs to make 4 more to keep his word from that opening interview there. But yeah, that was an unbelievable save coming through from Razor. Pagani had that all set up beautifully, but just wasn't able to punch that one in. Now we have a little bit of a derby there. Some friendly fire coming through. I believe it was Kyazii flying in to try to make contact with the ball there. But in the end, Razor able to find that clear. But Kyazii back on that defensive side, maintains possession. The pass in to Pagani. Will he be able to get there in time? Yes, he will. Pagani doing a great job chasing that one down. 2-0 SU.
A nice little love tap there at the end. Pagani's like, oh no, I'm out of boost. What do I do? Boink! Just had the little flip left to go ahead and pop that one back in its place. And Shenandoah, all of our players there just joined for game 2. They already got a goal on the board.
Yeah, I mean, a good kickoff now in favor of Morris College. Almost going into the net there, but just barely not on target. And now we see Irish again up in the air, trying to get some momentum in their favor, but unable to do so. Kyazii now following up on that one, but not able to get it past the defenders of Morris College. Now it's Pagani's turn. Who's going to get it? Flip reset is there, sending it into the corner. Irish with the follow-up, just barely off target, but now it's going to be Kyazii instead. That's 2 now for the Wild Man.
I'm pretty sure he's just said, like, hey, I made a deal on this broadcast. You two are going to feed me this ball. Otherwise, I'm not feeding you dinner kind of deal. Like that. That's just kind of how I expect this to happen. And Kyazii has been there for both of the opportune moments so far. And hey, he's already 2 goals out of the 5, and there's still plenty of game to be played.
Yeah, 2 goals in the back pocket here. Maybe this is like a, if you let me get the goals, I'll buy you like a case of Dr. Pepper. As we know, this team is a Dr. Pepper dispensary or a dispenser or something. I don't know. What? They drink a lot of Dr. Pepper.
They do.
Yeah, they like that beverage. Pagani now up in the air, but Razor able to get that one off into the corner. Good redirect coming through from them.
And Pagani now. They're playing it nice and slow on the defense. No really need to rush. What is it? What's that thing? The tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what I'm thinking of. And I used to love that book, but yeah, we are playing nice and slow, at least in terms of this aerial play. There's a bit of a demo on the backside. Pagani had the angle for the shot, but a little bit too close to the wall. Actually make that happen the way that he wanted to.
Kyazii now with the flip over the cross. Will anyone follow up? Pagani, no, not quite. Possibly waiting for Irish to get in position, but yeah, crosses here and there. Kyazii maintaining possession of the ball, and now here's another cross coming through. Dancing at the goal line will finally roll in. Kyazii now with 3.
Look at this pitch, too. He gets it past one defender, jukes out Mickey, and oh no, it was off of Mickey. No, I thought it was a pinch that he got his car all the way around. That is not what you want to see for Morris College.
Yeah, a little assist coming through from Mickey there for Kyazii. A minute to go here. Pagani now in the air. Flip reset online, and we'll just bury that one. 5-0 here in game number 2.
Any Pagani mechanics doubters, you should be quiet now. That was a textbook flip reset play from the top ropes. And I think he's the most experienced player currently playing in this roster. So that's just a testament to what that can do for this team, even if he didn't need all of that setup for it.
The Irish was ready to nail that ball, but instead decided to save his friend Kyazii and not nail his car out of the way with that one. Pagani now with a clear into the corner. Will be setting up that cross, but won't be able to get back to it in time to find that goal. Irish sitting now on the offensive side. Kyazii getting bumped out of the way. Razor able to get back in time, sending it off of that crossbar. You can see Irish was in the back of the net there. Definitely full sent it, expecting that waterfall shot to come through.
Sometimes you just gotta commit, even if it's not in the right place. You miss every shot you don't take, and in this case, Pagani don't miss. Another one down from above. He's just calling a storm that Morris College can't seem to run away from.
Yeah, I mean, Pagani again just finding those very tight angles there onto that post, able to bank that one in. 17 seconds left, and Kyazii, I'm seeing 3 goals right now.
I'm seeing 3. You know what else I'm seeing a lot of? I see 3 on every single player so far. Irish, Elim, Pagani, and Kyazii, all with 3 goals. Poor Mango, as it hasn't gotten there yet. But, you know, we got to even this out. 3, by the way, is the best number. And so far, we're about to head into a Game 3 with the Shenandoah match point lead. And Kyazii, why not? Why not?
He finds 4. That's 4 goals for the main man there. I mean, the defense was in position, but they just barely missed that ball there on the side of Morris College. Now finding the SU now finding themselves with a 2-0 series lead.
I told you we like to bring out the brooms in these type of games, and so far it seems we're kind of thinking about opening that closet door and taking it out. It's kind of funny. I'm looking right at a broom right now, ironically.
Yeah. Oh, that
we should do that. We should get them like a broom. But what happens?
We should get them like a tiny mini broom.
Yes, you get like a
for
mini
the camera.
Like
a
dust off their
paintbrush.
controller.
Or like a paintbrush or something.
Yeah, that's basically just a miniature broom.
Broom-esque.
It's just a miniature broom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would work.
That'd be funny. But like, what happens if they get swept? Do you like swipe, like whack them on the head with
them,
it?
Then?
I don't know.
Do we sweep them out of the arena? Be like, all right, get out of here, guys. Shoo. We don't want you here. No, that's not you. We want them here.
No, we really like our Rocket League team in this household. Yeah.
Yes.
No disrespect. I do wonder what iteration of players we are going to get for Game 3. Are we going to stick with this one? We're going to switch it up. Kyazii, if he wants to hit his mark, he's just one short. So
that's true.
I know he's probably wanting to stay in just about now.
I know. I just saw Qoallrk walk up to him and be like, I don't know what they said. Something was said, and there was a reaction from Kyazii. So maybe he's staying in. A little sip of the Dr. Pepper there as well, just to keep the gas tank filled up as we ready ourselves for game number 3.
Normally you're not supposed to have drinks on stage, but I think honestly, if it's the Rocket League team,
don't clip it.
Yeah, no one saw anything.
No one saw anything. You're just fine.
I mean, it's like they're refueling themselves, ahead. It's like a little pit stop.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why not?
It's about the extent of my racing knowledge. You drive into the pit stop. It takes
real fast, real left. Yeah, that's about all I know. I mean, at least that's NASCAR. F1 has the street courses and stuff like that, so that's more fun, I guess, if you will. So it is a little switch up here. Mango is back in. Pagani now not in the game here. Just trying to, I guess, mix up everyone to play with each other. I think the only players now to not play with each other, well, I guess it's Elim, Kyazii, and Pagani. Those 3, that squad has not played with each other thus far here today. And based on how the series is going, it might be, we alluded to it, that 3-0 potential here coming through from SU.
If we're going along this track, then the Shenandoah University Hornets are certainly driving along that line. I know Mango was just trying to break Mickey's ankles. That was a mental battle that you saw. Those 2 locked eyes were like, all right, come at me, bro, come at me. No one even flinched. It was great.
I see you, you see me, what are we going to do? Right, they had a little conversation with each other. Kyazii with the angle, make it 5.
He's got it.
Makes dreams come true, that man. Oh. Goodness.
Oh, beautiful thing to see. Hey, no doubt on this guy. I mean, if he says, Kyazii says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And for better or for worse sometimes. Don't dare him to do much. It'll probably happen.
Don't dare him to do much. Yeah, he will. He commits.
He will commit.
Right.
And in Rocket League, you got to commit. So this is great.
Yeah. maybe not triple commit.
Yeah, don't do
but
that.
Yeah, maybe not a triple
that
commit.
That was a triple commit.
That was indeed.
Now
Kyazii
it
with a little bump up in the air will go off the post. Razor trying to get that back with Irish. I won't say anything. The clear coming through from Morris College.
It happens, it happens.
It does. Hey, I would have missed as well. I don't even know if I can get off the of the ground. In fact, I know I can't get off the ground. So
no, it's hard.
Good on him.
Well, watching Mango just sail through the sky with this ball, I'm like, that was so hard. I don't know how he does it, but I mean, hey, Mango has long held that title of he's the mechanics king, you know? If you need someone to step it up when you need it, that's him. But I guess when the team's kind of feeling good, the vibes are up, then he feels like he can take more of this supporting role for the rest of his players. And I do like to see that from the captain. Of course, he wants a little bit of that glory for himself. Goes for a nice little solo play, jukes out the defender mid-air. That'll be his first of the night.
Yeah, Mango fully just taking this by himself. The flip reset is there, lands, and yeah, that was just beautiful mechanics coming through from the captain of the team. SU now find themselves in a 2-0 lead with just under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good right now, and with every goal, the confidence of this team will continue to grow. Mango even is kind of a little confidence boost after that last goal, but it worked once. Doesn't mean it's always going to work for a second time. Razor can connect on that ball on the goal line, but because of that double commit earlier on, the Shenandoah weren't able to get the rotations back on point to actually get some offense going. Here goes Mango, waiting in the midfield for his opportunity, drags it along the backboard, and he'll skid right off.
Going for that double tap, but unable to find it. Now it's Kyazii's turn up in the air. Flip reset will find the pass? Question mark. Mango was there, but unable to find that connection. The defense coming through from Morris College, able to interrupt that pass, and now we see Kyazii back on the defensive end, able to find that save, pushing that out to the corner.
Keeping up the shot pressure for the most part. It's actually a little trip into the blue half of the field was short-lived for Morris College. They find themselves on this defense, and you can really tell how much they're respecting Mango. 3 players going over in his direction, anticipating the shot that's to be made, and dangerous territory that they were going through. Hopefully that little bump was just enough to throw him off target.
And Mango is trying to get his second goal of the night. Will not go for the flip there off of the crossbar. Kyazii unable to follow up with that one. Still will kind of find that soft cross angle. Irish now up in the air, makes contact, but Razor again in position to find that save.
I will say Razor is doing really good work on this defense. All things said, especially with Mango going for some of these crazy plays for most of the shots that he has had. A little bit of offensive opportunity now. Morris College. It'll be Razor attempting to contest Irish, but I want to go a little bit low. Drops right down to Mango. I love that little passing play. He'll see that one right onto the orange net.
Yeah, the driver in that car was angled perfectly to just watch the ball. See how he kind of sits,
oh, he's just
sits right there. It's like,
it's so smooth.
Look at it go. He's in orbit around that ball there for the second goal for Mango on the night here. 3-0 lead here for SU. A minute to go. An immediate demo coming through from Kyazii as well. The pass to the back side, but unable to find any connection just yet.
Now Mango again. He's going to get a little funky with it. Flip reset. Tap it right on over. Why don't you? He said he wanted to get on the board with a hat trick. There you go. He's got one.
That's 3 now for Mango here. He got that flip reset like you said and just barely touches that right over Mod's car. Not much you can do in that situation with a very high mechanic player like Mango.
I know, he's on a mission right now, and that's to get as many highlight clips as possible. Fun fact, Shenandoah University is starting these wonderful highlight reels at the end of each competition week, and so far, Kyazii is making sure the Rocket League team will have plenty to put on there.
That's 6 now, I believe, for Kyazii on the night. 5-0 lead again here for SU, but yeah, I mean, I'm liking what I see from all of these players, right? We know Pagani is solid. Mango able to catch that one. It wasn't quite on target. Now we see Mango again in the air. The pass over to Kyazii. The touch is absolutely perfect. Okay. Another goal for SU.
Okay, look at this. Mango was about to run out of boost. And look at this. Irish wanted to steal the ball. Gave it an accidental little of boost over to Kyazii to get that goal home. Whether it was intentional or not, that was fun to watch.
We're going to say that was intentional. Good on you, Irish. You knew it was the Derek Jeter play. You know, the toss from outfield. Derek Jeter down first base line. Has a little shuffle pass to get the out.
That's
my baseball. Yeah, that's my baseball knowledge. But
I know car soccer.
My producer gets it. Oh, he's a Yankees fan. Actually, no, get out of here. Ew. Ew.
Don't tell Kyazii to get out of here. You just scored again. That's
producer,
his ace.
the director.
Who said that he scored?
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know
my
that.
bad. Hey, I'm sorry about that, Kyazii.
Yeah. You'll owe him like a 3-page paper apology after this.
3-page paper? Not. He just said go Yankees in my ear. I'm a Red Sox fan, by the way. So, yeah. Oh, and there goes the, yep. Everyone's now saying go Yankees in my ear.
I don't know.
A sad day.
If I had to pick a baseball team, it would be the Cubs because
that makes sense.
That's just fair. But they did have, after a lot of hardship in their competition, they came back to win a World Series. And for Shenandoah University, it's looking very much like having a bit of a rough last competition season in NACE. They're going to manage to secure their first win here today. 3-0 sweep over Morris College.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff coming through from the squad. We see the collapse, Kyazii, the fist bumps coming through as well. A little bit of a dance, celebration there coming through. Now, wait, what is Irish going to do? I'm sure we're going to get the pan down eventually.
Eventually.
We'll wait. We'll be patient.
We're
a patient bunch here at SU.
Patient bunch.
Oh, there it is. There he is. Look at him.
Look at him. He's looking up at his teammates like,
smiles.
yeah, we just did that. Oh,
yes, sir.
That's so great. This is what we like to see. You know, even if this game was a bit different than the typical skill level that Shenandoah University plays against, they found ways that they could gain from this opportunity by getting Pagani and Irish some of that play time that is needed to maintain their high status as top competitors.
Yeah, I know. It really looked great as well, right? I can definitely notice the improvement from Irish, specifically from last semester. He was kind of just that demo bot of just go try to hit people out of the way. Just go full front, like just blast people. And yeah, he was able to do that pretty well. But now we see him in the air more, carrying some of these aerial dribbles, these floor ground dribbles as well, and setting up some of these passing plays. With Elim, we saw that one in, I believe, game number 1, or not, game number 2? 1? One of them. One of the 3. I'm going to say 1.
I don't think it's 1.
I think 1 as well.
I'm going to think it's 1. But
yeah, it's been good.
It has. For Irish in particular, I know that he's been spending a lot of time in like the free range. I can't remember what it's called, but
like
it's
the practice tool.
Yeah, the practice tool. Yeah. So you can practice a lot of your individual mechanics. Free play. Thank you, producer. We were close. We knew the word free was in it, so.
We were close. Yeah,
we were close enough. But getting the opportunity to practice a lot of those individual mechanics that often separate good players from being great ones, and then learning how to keep up mechanically with the team, and then learning how to integrate those more synergistic pieces, understanding where this ball is going to go, how we got to pass the rotations to. I think this game, you can't say a whole lot about the rotations, but the fact that there weren't these major gaps in the defense, letting in a total of 1 goal throughout the entire series, I got to say, is a pretty good look.
Yeah, and Irish, even on those defensive rotations, was there whenever there was a clear coming through from Morris College. It was either Kyazii or Irish kind of receiving those ones in that backfield there. So it did look a lot cleaner from some of the players that did sub in here. I mean, we know Pagani is good. I mean, he's GC3. I mean, he was able to find some pretty solid goals coming in for game number 2. But yeah, overall, everyone looked very, very good. Even on the side of Morris College, knowing where their kind of skill levels at. They had great rotations coming through. They had a few triple commits that didn't go their way, but I mean, hey, it happens sometimes. SU has had plenty of triple commits not go their way, but yeah, everyone looked good.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've seen the amount of triple commits that, like, oh my gosh, I got this. No, I got this. No, I got this. And everyone's like a big pile of
Then we all miss.
Then we all just, it's just, like, I'm picturing, like, that explosion, like then you walk away from it, like in the background, like that didn't happen. I'm too cool to think about that.
Don't look back at the
don't look back at that, but I don't know. That's just how it is sometimes in the game of Rocket League, where the concept on paper might look simple to you, but in the game as fast-paced as that one, any small bit of communication and teamwork you can get going can mean all the world of difference. Big deal for Shenandoah University getting their first win in NACE Varsity Premier so far, and I know that they're going to be excited to continue their journey within NACE. Before we go ahead and send it off here, let's go ahead and get a quick interview with Irish, our first-year star who came to play today.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with one of the stars of the series. We've got Irish out here in the arena coming off a dominating performance in week 2 of NACE competition. How's it feel to be up here as a winner?
It feels great, to be honest. Those games, they were fun, but they were kind of free play, to be honest.
Hey, fair enough. Well, I want to ask you a little bit, what's it like playing with some of the guys that are more regularly starters? It's your first opportunity to play for the now varsity roster. How have they been treating you in this sort of mentorship exchange?
I've really just been trying to work on myself and trying to get my rank up and trying to get my skills up over the time. They're very welcoming. Mango and Elim are very good teammates, and I mean, honestly, they hand you the ball and then you just score. So,
hey, that's an awesome deal. And I have to ask, in game 1, I believe you got your first ever hat trick on a competitive stage. How did that feel?
That felt amazing. Getting 3 goals on comp in a league, that's amazing for me.
That's awesome stuff. Well, I'll ask you one more question, then we'll send it back to the desk. Anything you want to take from this moving forward? Do you think we'll see more of you throughout this season?
Hopefully, but next season, you might see me on varsity.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Irish. Congratulations on an awesome series. We're going to throw it back to the desk to wrap it up from here.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Irish, for that very insightful interview, right? I mean, it is a very welcoming team. I know he said that earlier on in that interview, that the team is nice. The team is just a bundle of fun. And yeah, it's a great thing to see that they are welcoming and willing to coach and help some of these players that are still kind of developing in their own right.
Yep. We love inclusive culture here at Shenandoah Esports, and Rocket League team, I think, is a pretty perfect example of what that can look like. We'll look forward to continuing their jersey in NACE Varsity Plus, starting again next Monday. But that isn't even all the action that we have here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get ready to set up our Street Fighter composition. Way awesome Kevin will be taking over the stage for a couple of his matches. Currently, with a really good group stage showing so far, he's going to keep up that good run. But for now, we're going to set it to a break, get everything set up, and we'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes.
Go Red Sox.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
NACE, but looking to bounce back here this week.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a peek here at what our team's been up here to in just a little bit. But I think
Good to be back. We're back on a Monday, but you excited to compete again?
Oh, I'm very excited. Last week we had a few games, won 5-0.
All right, 5-0, you heard it. 5 goals from Kyazii. I'm going to throw it back to the desk. Thank you so much. Good luck today. And guys, take it away.
See what happens here as these both of these teams look to bounce back.
And I know for Shenandoah, when they played their NECC match off broadcast, that was a win for them. So that was to take ahead towards adding Irish into this sort of clockwork function that we've seen in the past. Can it still reach that same level of functionality that we've seen with Kyazii?
Yeah, I mean, Kyazii is kind of that player that fits into a lot of different scenarios, right? Very good in that half field kind of range, defensively, offensively as well, can kind of play both sides of the field very, very well. So we'll have to see how well Irish does going into that kind of scenario with this
friendship that they can always be there for each other. They can have a laugh. They can get up, back up after a loss too. And I think it helps a lot in these sort of teamwork dynamics today, which is also why I think having this next sort of generation of Rocket League talent at Shenandoah University, integrating them more into this setting, is going to be really good for the future of this competition.
Yeah, I know Griffin, our Captain Mango here, gave us a little spreadsheet of things they kind of want to work on.
Yes.
You know, from last semester. I believe there's 3 big points there. Boost.
That you want to see within a team. And Coach Qoallrk, I think, is a great person to help facilitate that on game day specifically.
Yeah, I mean, Qoallrk does a great job of keeping vibes high.
Yes.
But also is very, very talented himself. I believe a GC3 SSL kind of
he played on the
ranked
team.
player. He was on the team, so now gets to coach his former players as we now go into game number 1. Elim finding that cross and finding that quick early goal within 7 in favor of Morris College. Mango tossing that one off to Elim, and now we see Elim again on the aggression. Won't be able to reach that one, but Irish instead up top. They're able to redirect that ball to keep this one a 2-score game. Some demos coming through as well. Irish has to get back on this defensive side. Won't be able to do
as much time to think, to position as possible, and it makes these rotations a lot easier. The demolition, open opportunity for Irish on the goal line. It's going to go ahead and bounce over the last. These doors open that have come back to bite the Hornets in the past. So I'm really liking that they're continuing with this well-rounded style of gameplay and setting up plays like this. Waterfall shot across the crossbar, and it'll be Elim for the majority of this second half with only about a minute remaining here. 3-goal lead for the Hornets. You got to feel pretty good sitting on that one, especially if that bounce will clear.
49 seconds left to go here in game number 1. I think we still have...
So that ball will end up landing, and this lead should be sustainable enough, especially with Irish and Elim doing a nice little 1-2.
In SU's pocket, 6-1, 23 seconds left to go. The kickoff.
6-1 Shenandoah win to start us off.
I mean, SU definitely just opening up these passing lanes here. Reed's knowing where he has to navigate and be in position for some of these pass plays. I mean, we see the fist pumps coming through from Mango. Very exciting to see.
Is he excited?
The team.
I can't tell. Is he excited? I can't tell if he's like angry. You know, he was like, it was
maybe
like angry,
no
like
goal. He had a few
game.
whiffs here and there. You know? Yeah, I don't know.
You can't be doing that, Mango. Can't be doing that.
The movement that he wanted to see from Elim and Irish in that first game.
Oh, yeah. It looks like, are we getting a swap out? We might be getting a swap out if I'm looking at my camera preview.
Kyazii, 5 goals. I mean, you got to step up to the plate here big time as he did just in the rankings in the ladder there. But yeah, a very, very strong roster coming through with these 3 players. Oh, man!
Whoa! All right. I thought it was going to be Pagani.
Kyazii back on that defensive side, maintains possession. The pass into Pagani. Will he be able to get there in time? Yes, he will. Pagani doing a great job chasing that. Who's going to get it? Flip reset is there, sending it into the corner. Irish with the follow-up, just barely off target, but now it's going to be Kyazii instead. That's here and there. Kyazii maintaining possession of the ball, and now here's another cross coming through. Dancing at the goal line will finally coming through from Mickey there for Kyazii. A minute to go here. Pagani now in the air, flip reset online, and we'll just bury that waterfall shot to come through.
And sometimes you just gotta commit, even if it's not in the right place. You miss every shot you don't take, and in this case, Pagani don't miss. Another way is the best number, and so far we're about to head into a game 3 with the Shenandoah match point lead. And
SU now finding themselves with a 2-0 series lead.
I'm looking right at a broom right now, ironically.
There it, yeah.
We should do that. We should get them like a we should get like a
for the camera.
Like dust off their controller.
Or like a paintbrush or something.
Yeah, that's basically
that's
just
kind of there as well, just to keep the gas tank filled up as we ready ourselves for game number 3.
Normally you're not supposed to have drinks on stage, but I think honestly if it's the Rocket League team,
don't clip it. Yeah,
no one saw anything.
No one saw anything. You're just fine.
I mean, it's like they're refueling themselves. You know, ahead pit stop.
Yeah, real fast, real left.
Left.
Yeah, that's about all I.
It was great.
I see you. You see me. What are we gonna do? Right, they had a little conversation with each other. Kyazii with the angle, make it 5.
Supporting role for the rest of his players, and I do like to see that from the captain. Of course, he wants a little bit of that glory for himself. Goes for a nice little solo play, jukes out the defender mid-air. He has had a little bit of offensive opportunity now. Morris College, the Razor, attempting to contest Irish, but I want to go a little bit low. Drop that down to Mango. I love that little passing play. He'll see that one right.
Backside, but unable to find any connection just yet.
Now Mango again. He's going to get a little funky with it. Flip reset. Tap it right on over Wyatt. I know he's on a mission right now, and that's to get as many highlight clips as possible. Fun fact, Shenandoah University is starting these wonderful highlight reels.
Is solid. Mango able to catch that one. It wasn't quite on target. Now we're seeing Mango again in the air. The pass over to Kyazii. The touch is absolutely... Oh, that's my baseball, yeah. That's my baseball.
I know Cars
Oh, my producer gets it. Oh, he's a Yankees fan. Actually, no, get out of here. Ew. Ew.
Morris College.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff coming through from the squad. We see the collapse. Kyazii, the fist bumps coming through as well. A little bit of a dance. A little dance.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
Look at him. Look at him. He's looking up at his teammates like, yeah, we just did that. Oh,
yes, sir.
That's so great. This is what we like to see. You know, the level that Shenandoah University plays against, they found ways that they could gain from this opportunity by getting Pagani.
Yeah, he was able to do that pretty well, but now we see him in the air more, carrying some of these aerial dribbles, these floor ground dribbles as well, and setting up some of these passing plays. With Elim, we saw that one in, I believe, game number 1, or no, game number 2, 1? One of them. One of the 3.
Like the free range. I can't remember what it's called, but
like
it's
the practice tool.
Yeah, the practice tool.
Yeah.
So you can practice a lot of your individual mechanics. Free play. Thank you, producer. We are in the game as fast-paced as that one. Any small bit of communication and teamwork you can get going can mean all the world of difference. Big deal for Shenandoah University getting their first.
Hey, that's an awesome deal. And I have to ask, in game 1, I believe you got your first ever hat trick on a competitive stage. How did that feel?
That felt amazing. Getting 3 goals on comp in a league, that's amazing for me.
That's awesome stuff. Well, I'll ask you one more question, then we'll send it back to the desk. Anything you want to take from this moving forward? Do you think we'll see more of you throughout this season?
Hopefully, but next season, you might see me on Varsity.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Irish. Congratulations on an awesome series. We're going to throw it back to the desk to wrap it up from here.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Irish, for that great, very insightful interview, right? I mean, it is a very welcoming team. I know he said that earlier on.
Matches currently with a really good group stage showing so far.
Yeah.
He's going to keep up that good run, but for now, we're going to send it to a break, get everything set up, and we'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes.
Go Red Sox.
Hello and welcome to a quick recap of Shenandoah's first week of competition, where we will be bringing you all of the great highlights from the previous week, cut down in just a few short minutes. Starting things off, we saw Shenandoah's Varsity Rocket League team go head-to-head against Florida Southern. Shenandoah's very own Mango found an early goal to start things off, but it did not phase Florida Southern. Instead, Florida Southern bounced back, finding multiple goals to secure the early lead. With this momentum, they were able to close out this lead for a 3-0 victory against Shenandoah. Now, Shenandoah's Varsity Smash team went up against Thomas More University. During the first round of the crew battle, we saw a very strong opener from Shenandoah's starting roster. During the second round of the crew battle, we even saw Far Rhombus securing an early lead, earning 9 stocks before going down to Thomas More's Snake player. This Snake did not want to hand this series over to Shenandoah University easily, finding 3 stock situations against Willie and AJ, which meant going into the final round, 3 stocks to 3 stocks, it was Igloo versus this Snake. Shenandoah finds themselves in a last hit situation, but Igloo finds the opportunity to get that last hit down and secures the victory for a 2-0 victory for Shenandoah's Varsity Smash Bros team. Shenandoah's Academy Fighting Game Club starts its week off with Wyatt playing Street Fighter 6, going up against an Akuma player and a Ken player. In the collegiate fighting game community, players will play 5 games no matter who gets the first 3 wins. While dropping 1 round against the Akuma player, we saw how aggressive Wyatt's playstyle is on this M Bison. WAC was able to secure a 4-1 lead on the Akuma and a 5-0 victory against the Ken player. The Shenandoah Academy Overwatch team found themselves against the University of Alabama Huntsville. Shenandoah found rhythm early on using an Orisa Reaper combo duoed between Rain Dreamer and Flames, securing them a win on the control round and the hybrid round. It wasn't until the push on Esperanza that the UAH Chargers were able to push back on Shenandoah's momentum, but it was too little too late, as Shenandoah was able to close out the series with a 3-0 victory. Back to Shenandoah's Super Smash Bros. Team, we witnessed the resident Pac-Man of Winchester, Virginia, Kip, find himself in a unique situation. Kip started off the crew battle against Full Sail University, sweeping the full crew, 12 stocks in hand. This is no easy task, and Kip was not done. Going back in to start things off in the second round of the crew battle, Kip continued that momentum, finding another 11 stocks. It was Igloo who was then sent in to close out the crew battle, but it wasn't without a little bit of congratulations for the resident pack god of Winchester, Kip. Finally, to close things out, we return to Shenandoah's Academy Fighting Game Club with Mossman on his signature Mina. Mossman started his semester up against a player who was ranked Tekken God and playing Reina. While Mossman was able to secure a round or two, they did not end with Mossman securing a full series win against this player, going down 0-5. This did not faze him, however. He went into the next fight up against a Fang player, and we saw great adaptations from both sides. In the end, Mossman secured the victory with a 3-2 score overall.
Yeah,
54-51, 1.1 win-loss record. Character plays in this game to guess if they're going to grab you off wake up or if they're just going to absolutely
send move straight into you, as he will not let Akuma get out of that corner, as he might
trying to do, because they're trying to just judge what he's going to do. But we see the drive rush combo coming up from way awesome Kevin into the grab, and that Akuma is so low. And
double stomp, he has that upside down T-pose, as I like to call it, as he sends that overdrive power crush to try and keep Akuma in check. Those neutrals are going to get to Kevin.
The corner, and it's going to be level 2 coming out, and that should be enough for the round for way awesome Kevin.
That was a huge round, especially after not being as aggressive. Both players kind of trying to feel each other out in this last round. This is a huge round. Kevin is going to take it on the aggression, and now we're just kind of finding a sweet spot there in the middle.
Yeah, and right now we see this Akuma playing very conservative. We see a lot of neutrals, a lot of defensive play, but
the stalemate, but that double foot stomp to the head is gonna come in, do a little bit more damage. Kevin reading the grab, going with the OD power crush and the throw to every once in a while able to find that one frame that he has a chance at finally going on the offensive, and it's working out as this grab's gonna take the round for him.
That corner, and now we are going to see level 3 come out from Akuma. This is going to be a good amount of damage, but not going to be enough to take out way awesome Kevin.
He does get taken down. Kevin does lose 3-0, and now the final score is going to be 4-1 against that Akuma. And what we were talking about before, after I interviewed Kevin off stream.
Well, and he's just juggling him in the air, and we see it into level 2, and that should be enough for the kill.
Absolutely wonderful round there. Places the bomb, has the kid in the corner, power crush comes through. Absolutely insane play here from way awesome Kevin to wait when Kevin trying to wait. He knows he can take his time, or can he? Gets grabbed. Just a little sliver of health left.
Oh,
he doesn't want to take any chip damage, and a power crush. Yeah, a couple of whiffs there on the Kevin side. Bomb placed. Doesn't really do much except keep that guy in the corner exactly where way awesome Kevin wants him to take round number 2.
You see level 3, and that should be it for this round. Way awesome Kevin, level 3 connects, and is going to send. Oh, we still got 3 more rounds, but you know.
Yeah, already, man. It feels like every round. I should stop saying the word corner because, like,
it's just like an understood.
It's an understood fact of life that Kevin's gonna have the other.
He can do combos in the corner, but he doesn't always need the corner to do them.
He does not always need the corner to do them. And like I was saying before, once you start,
we wouldn't have usually seen. Are you kidding me?
I mean, there's been enough said at this point. Kevin is playing extremely well here as we see. Once again, who would have thought? We cut the gameplay, Kevin has the other player in a corner. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone here, as looks like this first, the other player in a corner. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone here, as looks like this first round of Center 4 is already going to go to Kevin with the head stomp.
Hey, such a big window of opportunity, and guess who's going to take advantage of that every single time? It's way awesome Kevin.
Look at that handsome man. Look at that wonderfully handsome.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay, but we have something very special in the house. We got some more Street Fighter 6 action. I'm Will Jenkins. Joining me on the desk, as always, is Mr. Moss Man himself. Moss, how we doing in there?
Doing fantastic. It's a great Monday for some Street Fighter.
Dude,
that's all I gotta say.
It really is, and we got some heater matchups here tonight.
Yes, we do.
And as Way Awesome Kevin looks to keep his perfection in CFGC, and he's got some pretty beefy challengers in front of him now.
He does. We believe he is going to face a Rashid and an Ed. We have 2 matches on the docket for stream tonight, and Rashid, there's not much to say about him other than he is undisputed best character in the game.
Yeah. No.
He has tools for pretty much every matchup in the game. His level 2 is insane. His tornadoes, which are really annoying to deal with, got nerfed, but still really good. They got nerfed, but they're still really good. They got nerfed, yeah. And then as for Ed, if in this matchup, Ed has a lot of tools that can keep M. Bison away, because the spacing is going to be really important in that match. But the Ed player has to know what they're doing in order to keep him away. And if he can, that's going to be a tough matchup for Kevin.
Yeah, it really is. And if we could take a look at the schedule we got coming up here, as you can see, closing things out with Street Fighter today. And then tomorrow, we got some Overwatch Academy taking on UNCG. And then, of course, we get to see our Varsity Smash Bros. Team taking on UNC Wilmington. So a lot of the Carolina action coming up there. And then Moss, we got a certain somebody playing Tekken on Wednesday, so that should be fun to watch. Hopefully,
I'll try to make it fun for you guys to watch. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he'll put some style points on that, and then of course on Thursday that is the Smash Day with Varsity and Academy both taking on FIU and Radford respectfully, and Varsity also has a match against Messiah, and then rounding things out on Friday it is Academy Overwatch. Just kidding, they're not actually playing. They got a bye week.
Yeah, you almost got tricked like that other caster from earlier today.
Yeah.
But we failed to mention that we also just got done with a Rocket League match where we won 3-0 to take our first, I believe, NACE match of the season. So congrats to them earlier.
Yeah, no, really great performance by them. Really stepping up and showing out. And hopefully they can carry that momentum into their next match. But let's talk about Way Awesome Kevin for a bit. I mean, it's just absolutely just dominant last week, and I expect to see more of that here today.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful performance from him. And you know what? We should let him do the talking.
We should.
I believe we have an interview set up and ready to go from Way Awesome Kevin.
Thanks, guys. We are live once again from our esports arena here, where we just watched our Rocket League take a pretty dominant win in their NACE Week 2 competition. But I am joined now by our Street Fighter player once again, Way Awesome Kevin, coming off also a dominant performance last week. Just want to ask, how you feeling coming into today?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Last week was a very good start for this season, but also just getting into that rhythm online, doing a little bit of climbing on the ladder, it's all sort of fallen into place, and so I feel like I'm really hitting my stride right now.
That's awesome to hear. And I want to ask real quick, what do we know about the opponents today, right? What can we sort of expect to see? Do you know matchups? How do you feel about them? Sort of walk me through what we're going to see today.
Yeah, so let's run it down. There was a Rashid player who character is very, very good. I tend to have good experience with playing against Rashid, but I understand that once you get to a certain level, that character becomes a beast in and of itself. So if we see that today, obviously I will give it the respect it deserves, but otherwise I want to try to just brute force my way through it. Same deal with there's an Ed player, can try to keep me at the distance. Bison, I don't like the distance. I'm going to jump in, I'm going to throw myself physically with Psycho Crusher. That's the goal. As well as a Luke player, which is probably the least experienced Shoto that I have ever played against. I don't even know if he actually technically gets that title or not, but he plays very similar. I tried messing with him like a day or two ago just for the fun of it. Hey, respect to that guy.
Hey, well, that's exciting to hear as well. I want to talk a little bit as well. So I think you mentioned the rank reset recently as well, so you've been on the grind. Just real quick, I want to know, like, what sort of stuff did you take away from last week? What sort of stuff have you sort of picked up since this ranked reset that we might see today?
Yeah, it's a lot more patience. A big part of Street Fighter that I'm starting to become more and more aware of is, as much as I would love to always be going in, always have it be my turn, that's not always the case. I need to understand sort of when I should be backing off and when my opponent may want to try and jump towards me, like trying to punish their get-ins. I can control that momentum in my favor. I just need to be more aware of it.
Hey, well, that's good stuff. I'll wish you good luck. I don't want to keep you any longer. We'll let him start warming up. I'm going to throw it back to the desk where they will get ready to take us into some Street Fighter action. So, guys, take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris and Kevin. And I mean, that interview's got me even more hyped and ready for these matchups.
Yeah, Kevin, one thing that was really huge listening to that interview was patience.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to not, like, he did say brute force. You know, we're going to see a lot of Psycho Crusher, but he's got to be careful. One mess up, and Ed and Rashid are going to just destroy him. So he's got to be really careful with that because both characters have a lot of tools to be able to keep him away.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be can he capitalize on their mistakes as well. I think we saw a lot of the corner play. I think we might see less of that today, but if we want to take a look at some of his stats from last season, see how he finished things out in case you missed the last one, 54 and 51, a solid win-loss ratio, but not enough for him. He wants to do better. He said it himself. He's shooting for above that 50% this year. Finished 57th out of 88th, so around that middle pack area. And of course, character play at M. Bison. I mean, who else but Mr. Bison himself? And then let's talk about these matchups a bit for tonight, because you mentioned one thing about having that sort of punishment for. He has the ability to get punished a lot by these characters because they have so many tools. Yep. What do you think he is going to personally have to do in order to find success in that category? So
for the Ed, I think it depends a lot on how experienced with Ed this player is. Because Ed has the ability to keep M. Bison exactly where he wants him.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether or not he knows how to use those tools exactly. If not, Kevin can kind of just take very good advantage of that. And as for Rashid's going to be a tough matchup. Best character in the game. You're fighting an uphill battle like from the start. It's just depending on how. I think that matchup is going to be patience.
Yeah.
The Rashid matchup is going to be patience, trying to find an opening, trying to wait to see if that Rashid will make a mistake. Because as we know, Bison is kind of like the opposite of those guys, where he has all of his tools are to get close.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep the pressure on Rashid and Ed. So it just depends. That spacing battle is really going to be the crux of these matchups.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something he has experience with, especially after competing all of last semester. So I think that's definitely going to go a long way into helping him out in these matchups. And it's like you and Kevin both said, it depends on the experience as well and the play style really of these opponents that he's facing, because if that Rashid tries to get in his face, my money's on Bison in that regard. If they're fighting up close, but you know, if the Rashid plays it smart and plays it at range like he should, it's definitely going to be something tough for Kevin to overcome. And then he mentioned the Luke. That will be live on CFGC right after these two matches on our end. But talking about Luke. Luke is such an unconventional character you don't typically see a lot of people at these in like tournaments or league settings.
I feel like you see a lot of Luke in professional and like amateur tournaments. Collegiate, maybe not as much, because you'll see a lot more wide character usage where people may be playing characters that aren't top 5 all the time in CFGC. But the Luke matchup for M. Bison, Kevin has said before that he doesn't really like it. Like it's a tough matchup for him. It's another Shota character, and We just gotta see. That'll be a CFGC stream matchup. So
yeah, it's definitely going to be a tricky situation. Like you said, most of the Shoto characters do so well on wake up. Being able to punish you, that wake up Shoryu is definitely something to keep an eye on. It can really change the tide of a battle because it's just so much damage and you get so much advantage right after. Being able to follow that up with combos is definitely going to be something you want to keep an eye on in that regard. And I was going over his ranked statistics with him, and fun fact, I believe Luke was actually his lowest win rate in ranked. Granted, it was only like 4 or 5 matches, but still, it's kind of something to maybe keep an eye on in that regard.
Yeah, he's told me before that the 2 matchups he hates the most pretty much are Luke and Kimberly.
Yeah.
We talked about the Kimberly matchup, I think, last stream. And that one's just tough because there's a really good slide move she has. She also wants to stay in close. She's another character that excels at keeping that close range and winning that battle. So that's when Kevin tends to have a little bit more trouble. But I think he's really good when it comes to spacing with a lot of the longer range fights.
Yeah, it really is, and I do think if Wyatt and Kevin can stay close to a lot of these characters that want to zone him today, they're going to be in trouble because we saw what he did last week. He just kept them in the corner again and again, and it just felt like they were trapped there for the entire match. And rightfully so. He's been practicing those combos for so long, and every time he finds a new tech, he's like, "Hey, you should take a look at what I just found." And I'm like, "How do you find these things?"
Kevin is constantly in the lab. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it before.
He showed me the chart of his hours, and it's over 66% is just in lab, and the rest is ranked, and then he has a tiny bit in story mode, and I'm like, you are an absolute menace for just labbing that much, because a lot of people will be like, oh, I'll experiment with this character, I'll experiment with this character. He's like, no, I want Bison. I'm only gonna lab Bison. Of course, when new characters come out, speaking of new characters, Mai is out, but she is not legal for another week or 2.
I believe one more. It's usually for CFGC when a new character releases, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
from the start of play.
And so he's been messing around with that and all that. And he said on release that Mai was going to be one of the ones to keep an eye out on because her advantage is crazy with the fans that she throws out. And people are like, oh, no, she sucks. And now everyone's like, wait, this character's kind of busted. So, hey, Kevin said it first.
It's controversial because some people are coming around on it, but a lot of the top players are just not seeing her being viable. And she has, those fans are pretty much her biggest, they're her biggest help.
Yeah.
The problem is that her, getting to level, she has to use a lot of resources in order to, get a lot of damage. She doesn't do a lot of damage without the resources. So it's going to be interesting to see how she evolves over the course of play.
Yeah, and I think as people adapt to it over time, it'll definitely change more. But, like I said, you got to wait another week in order to see that. But this will actually be a quick break from us, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
And welcome back. Apologies for the delay, and your patience has been rewarded. We've got some way awesome Kevin Street Fighter action for CFGC coming your way in just a little bit. And Moss, how are you feeling about these matchups tonight? What do you think Kevin's odds are?
Way awesome.
Yeah.
His odds are way awesome.
There we go.
He's Kevin. Kevin is way awesome.
Yeah,
Therefore, his odds, way awesome.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be early indication on how his spacing is really going to determine how the rest of it goes. Hopefully being able to carry momentum into two other matches is going to be a key part to this.
I mean, as we know, CFGC matches, a lot of the time they'll start off, because it's best of 5.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, you kind of just start throwing things out there. Like off rip, you'll just see a lot of they're testing each other. They're seeing what their reactions are to things. Because you're playing a little bit of like long game. Because Evo, like until you get to like top 8 and stuff like that, it's best of 3. So you have a little less wiggle room. So usually a little less room for adjustment. For CFGC, you see a lot more testing.
God,
like people
look at
just
that
throw
guy.
stuff out there.
He's way awesome.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Sorry.
Anyways, back to the topic at hand. I think that we're going to see Kevin get a little bit more comfortable after about a set or two, and I think it's going to be tough for the Rashid and the Ed first, because it's a lot harder to deal with someone with a closing character at first than it is to deal with a spacing character at first. Trying to see the pacing at which Kevin's going to play at, and then you'll probably start to see, depending on obviously how good the Rashid and how good the Ed is, you'll start to see a little bit of a comeback from either one of them. Depends on how experienced they are with their characters.
Yeah, so you're saying way awesome Kevin should have early advantage because they're not quite used to the close combat style that Bison brings.
It's less about just like when you first start playing, like you can warm up all you want, but once you start like actually playing, it takes a second for you to adjust at the pace of which the other player is playing at. So you just got to kind of feel it out and then start coming back. But here we are coming into the game as we see the first matchup will be the Rashid.
Yeah, and gotta watch out for the tornadoes and the level 2. That level 2 of Rashid is so scary to deal with. And right now, a little bit of a role reversal right now for way awesome Kevin as he's kind of forced into the corner trying to adjust. We see drive impact not really do anything, and now this Rashid's out of meter.
Yeah, that was an incredible round from Rashid. Kind of catching Kevin a little bit off guard. This is a very high-ranked Rashid. And the grab coming through, that's a huge grab for a lot of the counter hit. Trying to feel, like I said, trying to feel each other out. Anti-air coming through. Kind of just going back and forth in the neutral game.
Yeah, we see Drive Rush try and come out there, but the Rashid does well to neutral and to stop that. And now we see combo coming out and Rush right there. Great throw escape. We see it overcharged Psycho Crusher really doing great there by way awesome Kevin. And now we do see burnout from the Rashid, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, way awesome Kevin still has a little bit of bar left, and he's kind of playing that game. He knows he has a little bit of time before that burnout is over. And he's getting a lot of gauge, but the Rashid is just doing a great job at keeping Kevin in the corner, and he's getting mixed up like crazy, but the throw comes through, switches the playing field, but despite the drive impact, the Rashid just has to do a little bit more damage to take the round.
Yeah, that was so close there, and you saw the idea, and I was like, he's still burnt out, so maybe we see drive impact, but we know way awesome Kevin's not the biggest fan of drive impacts. A lot of players aren't. Especially at higher levels, just because of how long it takes for it to come out.
Well, I mean, it's just That's a huge parry there from the Rashid.
Yeah,
but
that's insane.
Drive Impact is kind of a guessing game, and it's a little bit scary to throw because there's so many counters to it, and if you get countered, like that move just was, bomb placed, Kevin keeping the pressure up, absolute huge combo coming out, bomb placed again, but the Drive Impact comes through to stop that damage output from Kevin.
Oh, he goes for the grab, just barely misses, and we see drive rushes, and Rashid, no more meter right here, and you got to be careful. He's very close to that level 2, so that's something you got to keep an eye on. Great throw escape, and now can Wyatt and Kevin take advantage of no drive gauge from the Rashid, but look at just the space he covers so quickly. This Rashid is showing why his rank is High Master. He is playing like it right now.
Yeah, Kevin is going to have to take a little bit more time, try to look for an opening like he did right there. Try and see if the Rashid makes any mistakes, but currently just not making any at all.
No. The only mistake maybe is the early burnout, but I don't think it's going to matter as level 3 is going to come out, and that should be enough to do the trick on to M. Bison. And now Wyatt and Kevin's got to be careful because now 2-0 in favor of the Rashid.
Yeah, Kevin not really able to adjust very quickly as this Rashid just keeping all the pressure on. Huge counter hit to start this set number 3. As we're seeing a lot of neutral game, a lot of parries coming through this series.
Yeah, the parries this series have been absolutely phenomenal on both sides. And, you know, that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on as it goes on. And really just great job here by Kevin to start the combo and keep it going. We see Drive Rush not really going to lead to anything, but that Psycho Crusher is going to hit hard. We do see Drive Impact goes for another overcharged Psycho Crusher and can't really do it. And now the Rashid gets that Drive Impact, and Wyatt and Kevin is in trouble.
Yeah, as you saw a second ago, Kevin guessed correctly on that Drive Impact usage. The problem was he guessed a little too fast, but it's okay because Kevin is going to take this round, try and bring it back here
really,
in this series.
Yeah, really good adjustment there by Wyatt and Kevin, and we see him go into neutral to try and make sure to stop the Rashid's advances, and it ends up working out in his favor even with having no drive meter in that regard. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. But he did a really good job of waiting to set up and start his combos and take advantage of the mistakes from the Rashid. So more of that in this matchup, and he could potentially make it 1-2.
Yeah, one thing I wonder if Kevin's noticed that when Rashid is kind of backed into a corner, both literally and figuratively,
Ooh,
he kind of just throws that Drive Impact out.
He's about to get level
Here
3.
is he's now in burnout. Kevin's got him in a corner, reads the jump, but doesn't read the throw as now the tables have turned. Kevin's now in the corner. This is a huge round. Trying to take this set down 0-2. Kevin keeping up the pressure, trying to back him in the corner, but the level 3 comes through, and that will take the round for this Rashid.
Yeah, still one more round though, and Wyatt and Kevin does still have all 3 levels of super available, but so he does have that going for him, but that is a back-breaking loss right there. Wyatt and Kevin had him in burnout and just wasn't able to have that ultimate connect. You could see where he wanted to go with the combo starter, but just wasn't able to get it fully fleshed out. Now we just see this Rashid playing super well defensively.
Yeah, Rashid kind of just, I feel like the speed at which the pacing is just like all dictated by this Rashid as he looks to try and take this last round and take the series 3-0, and he will.
Wow. Yeah, just really great defensive play from this Rashid. I mean, Wyatt and Kevin's doing what he can with the openings that the Rashid provides, but there's not many of them. So it's definitely tough for him to really find these openings and take advantage of them. And this Rashid is just, as you said, completely controlling the pace of the game. But now Rashid in burnout, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, the Rashid is just doing a really good job at reading Kevin's able to do. Every once in a while, like we see right here, huge bomb placement. Kevin's finding openings and he's getting damage taken off of it. But he's not, like, those openings don't happen often enough to keep him in the series.
Or when the openings happen, his opponent is still on almost completely full health, and Wyatt and Kevin has a 10th of his health and can't really do much with that.
Huge low there from Kevin, trying to find an opening. Bomb placed. but the drive impact comes through, pushing Kevin back. Not even really able to move from the middle of the stage yet until now where Rashid's combo is coming through. Huge drive rush. Now has Kevin in the corner.
Yeah, and we're starting to see why Rashid is such a top-tier character. I mean, the speed, the combos, the range, the close, he has it all. And as we see another level 3 connect, this will be another round for the Rashid. And way awesome Kevin just trying to get around against this, but right now, this Rashid is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, the Rashid, every opening he can find, he's finding it. Those slides are coming in handy every once in a while for Kevin, but then the Rashid just comes back with his own combo. Huge reaction out of the drive impact from Kevin. Trying to see if he could take at least one set out of this series. Throw coming in, keeping the Rashid in the corner. Rashid now at less than half health. Combo coming through. Huge bomb placement. Drive impact guarded against, and Psycho Crusher to take the round from Kevin. Trying to see if he could take this side.
An absolutely phenomenal job right there by Wesam. Kevin is able to read the drive impact just in time and makes him pay, chains him in the combo in the corner just like Kevin likes it, and is able to capitalize with just a great chain of moves and finishes things off with a overcharged Psycho Crusher. Absolutely phenomenal. But look how much advantage the Rashid gets on his moves. I mean, it's just crazy how much he's able to just juggle you in a corner. And we see the level 1 come out, but doesn't quite do anything. And now, what can Way Awesome Kevin do with this sliver of health? Trying to make something work. We see bomb placement on to the Rashid. We see Psycho Crusher barely connect on the last little bit. Way Awesome Kevin does have critical art, but it will not matter as we head into round number 3. Can Way Awesome Kevin take one round off this Rashid? Triple charge on the ultimate, and versus 2 from Rashid, but should be getting that back soon.
Yeah, listen, Kevin's already lost this series, but getting this round and taking this last set would be huge momentum going into that match against the Ed, as he's looking to find that bomb, and he does find it. Keeps him in the corner. Psycho Crusher comes through. Absolutely huge bomb placement. Keeping the combo going, still in the corner. Trying to jump out of it. Rashid gonna switch places there with Kevin.
Yeah, great anti-air. Finds the drive, and there's the level 3 coming out, and Way Awesome Kevin should take this one. Level 3 to finish it off in style. Great job there, and as you said, fantastic momentum heading into the head game. And Way Awesome Kevin says, hey, if it works, it works. And great job there by Way Awesome Kevin. And now, real question is, how is he going to do against this Ed player?
Yeah, the Ed player, that matchup's going to be a good bit different, especially when after seeing how that Rashid was playing. That Rashid was ultra aggressive.
Yes.
Insanely aggressive Rashid there. And Kevin just kind of didn't really have advantage most of the time. He was exactly where the Rashid wanted pretty much the entire series. And he was just never really able to find it. He found a few openings here and there, most notably on the last set.
Yes.
But he kind of struggled with gaining advantage.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of windows of opportunity for Way Awesome Kevin, except for that last round. You know, he played back a bit. He started to adjust, as you said. You know, having these 5 rounds makes it so much easier to adjust to what your opponent is doing and figure them out. And we see him take advantage of those windows. I mean, absolutely incredibly. I mean, sure, he dumps his entire drive gauge while doing the combos, but it doesn't. Who cares about drive gauge when your opponent has no health remaining? So just really phenomenal job with the combos there in the end, and I expect to see this momentum carry into the Ed matchup.
Yeah, that was a huge set for Kevin there. And as we saw afterwards, Kevin looks like he's having a fantastic time.
He always does.
We love that guy.
He's way awesome.
Yeah, he's way awesome. But I think going to the next series, the patience will reward him a little bit more because he tried, and like it did reward him on that last set.
Yeah.
He was able to take it because he was a little bit more patient and he found a few more openings there. But throughout the first 4 sets, whether Kevin was patient, whether he was aggressive, he was struggling so much to try and figure out and try to game plan trying to adjust to this Rashid.
Yeah, and I mean, rightfully so. I mean, that Rashid just looked absolutely unstoppable, pulling off combos I didn't even know you could do on Rashid, and it's just an absolutely fantastic performance. Props to them as always, because I mean, that is not an easy thing to do. Granted, they made it look easy. I can tell you, I guarantee you, it is not that easy.
No, not at all. Especially M. Bison, not a low tier character.
Yeah, exactly.
Bison, very good, pretty good character. Rashid, though, as we mentioned before, best character in the game. You get what you pay for. $7, I think. How much Rashid costs?
I thought he came with the base game.
Did he come with the base game?
I have him. I have the base game.
Oh my goodness. No, he's a DLC character.
Bison's DLC.
You're trying to gaslight me. He was a DLC character.
Is he? Bison was DLC.
He was one of the first DLC
We got Ed versus Bison on the screen. Let's see how Way Awesome Kevin does this. We see him take a very aggressive approach. We get that throw escape right there. Really trying to make something work of that. Really just both these two feeling each other out.
Yeah. Like I said before during pregame, the Ed kind of struggling a little bit early on, trying to figure out the pacing that Kevin is setting, and he's doing a really good job just kind of staying aggressive. He could take a little bit of hits here and there, just can't give any big openings up. And here, as we see Kevin kind of start being a little more patient, but those kicks are gonna come through to take round one.
Yeah, and we see the hyper aggressiveness forcing that Ed into the corner and makes it work for him. And now we see Overdrive, a Psycho Crusher coming out, trying to really make something come of it. Bomb placement does get blocked, but this Ed is forced into the corner. Throw escape from both sides. Drive impact will connect, and now this Ed has a chance to punish the Bison, but only gets a little bit of damage out right there. But now roles kind of reversed. Ed has Bison in the corner.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a few hits in here every once in a while, back up, and then come back in for that drive impact. Got a combo going. Huge punches coming in, but the drive impact is going to counter that. Kevin going for the combo. We're going to see if he places the bomb. Psycho Crusher actually into the level 3.
Yep, and it is enhanced because the health is below 20%, but it's not quite enough to kill.
Absolute huge read there from Kevin with the double stomp into the Psycho Crusher to take the second round and win the first set 2-0. Absolutely wonderful work there from Kevin.
Fantastic read right there. Goes into the air and is able to make the read with the Overdrive Psycho Crusher and makes it work. And now we see the Ed start to respond a bit to Way Awesome Kevin's aggressiveness.
Yeah, we're kind of starting to see the game plan of the Ed here, which is kind of keep Kevin at a distance for about a second or two, get him in the corner, and then try to play kind of aggressive. Get some combos in, some neutral game here, some punches going through. They're kind of keeping each other blocked. Punish counter into bomb. Gonna put that place down. I believe he may have dropped the combo there.
Yeah,
but he does get the throw in, and this round is currently at Kevin's advantage, and the punch comes through to take the round.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a misinput on that bomb because I don't think we ever see him trying to overdrive that bomb placement, but it ends up working out in his favor. That Ed goes for a drive impact, gets punished for it, and now combo started for Way Awesome Kevin, and we see Drive Rush there trying to keep the combo going, and he's just forcing him into the corner. Overhead, it doesn't quite connect. That bomb is still on that Ed, and just look at that damage coming out from the Bison onto the Ed, and it's every time the Ed tries to get away, Kevin just says, nah, I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Level 3 connects.
Level 3 comes in, and I want to talk about it for a second while this level 3 goes in and Bison just slams Ed into the ground. That read earlier of the jump from Ed in the corner when you saw Ed Bison walk back a little bit and then just fully send that Psycho Crusher into him to keep that advantage going. As we see the upside down T-pose, as I like to call it. Almost connect, but the block came through. Psycho Crusher also gets blocked. As the Ed's blocking really well, but not getting much space. However, okay, yeah, Kevin still got advantage. I thought that there was an opening there for Ed, but there wasn't.
Every time it feels like Ed gets an opening, it closes so quick, and Way Awesome Kevin is able to read what he's doing, and it takes advantage of it, and this Ed just can't adjust to the speed and game plan of the Bison. You know, you could tell he wants the spacing, but it just gets close so quickly.
Well, the Ed looks a little uncomfortable currently. As the game plan he tried before, like I said, playing a little bit of space and then finding the opening and trying to get real up close to Bison.
Yeah.
It was just not working out, and now it looks like he's just a little bit uncomfortable on the stage. As he does get a few hits in, the Psycho Crusher does get blocked. Few jumps. Players trying to gain some advantage on the stage.
Yeah, just kind of in the neutral state right now, but that Ed slowly backing away into the corner. You're running out of space quickly, buddy. You got to be real careful about that. And we do see neutral game is working out for the Ed for a bit, but Wyatt Kevin says, yeah, enough of that. Goes for the throw, and Psycho Crusher is going to do a little bit of damage, but Wyatt Kevin keeping him in this corner, keeping him in the combo. Level 3 coming out. That's going to connect, and that should be another round and the win for Wyatt Kevin. That being said, though, we do play out all 5 rounds in CFGC.
Yes, we do, and pardon me, I'm still laughing about when they both tried grabbing each other just out of range, and you just saw a swing, and they both just missed.
Whiff.
They both just whiffed, and then they both kind of stared at each other like, well, what do we do now? Well, Kevin figured out what he had to do now.
Kevin knows what he wants to do right now. Bomb placement, great counter by the Ed there to reverse that throw and put him in the corner, but Bison wants you close, and now we see burnout from the Ed already off rip, and health is not great, so that chip damage is so substantial right now for this Ed. You got to be so careful.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for the Ed, but he does get the gauge back.
Oh.
Kevin, absolute fantastic. Some would say awesome reaction time. Is he able to drive impact right after it?
Some would say some way awesome reaction.
I just made that joke, man. Come on.
Oh, I thought you said only awesome.
No,
That's my bad.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Anyways, here as we get into the second round of set number 4. Kevin's starting out the set really good. Bomb already placed. Gonna keep the Ed a little scared and backed off. Does block the bomb away, but it does exactly what Kevin wants, and that's making the Ed respect the spacing.
Yeah, and right now, this entire game is just at the Bison's pace. Wyatt Kevin completely controlling the flow of this entire game, and we see level 3 this should kill.
I believe it does. No, it does not. Does not. That's what I was going to say. As Kevin looks to close it out, and the drive impact will.
I was saying, as soon as I saw that burnout, I was like, we're going to see a drive impact come out, and sure enough, Wyatt Kevin does, and now 1 round away from a perfect set against this Ed, and really just a fantastic recovery against this Ed compared to what we saw from the Rashid fight.
Yeah, I think this matchup has been a little bit more in Kevin's favor. The Ed really just doesn't know what to do against Bison. He's having a little bit of trouble with this when Bison does get a little aggressive towards him. But Ed doing a good job right now of keeping him away. Drive impact gets Kevin in the corner. The combo will come through. Going to do a lot of damage there. Kevin tries to grab but whiffs, and that spells the end for him in round 1.
Yeah, and there's that spacing you were talking about, that Ed staying just far enough away out of Bison's reach, quite literally in that regard. But we did see the Ed use a lot of drive meter in his moves, a lot of overdrives. That's going to be something to keep an eye on in this one, as Wyatt Kevin just has him in the corner and is just pummeling him with everything he's got. Psycho Crush is going to come out bomb as well, and it's just so much, and that Ed having no health, and a perfect from Mr. Wyatt Kevin.
The Ed just, once again, getting put in the corner, like we saw last week with a lot of Kevin's opponents, not knowing really how to get out of it. Psycho Crusher does get blocked, but Kevin plus advantage on that. The impact comes through. Bomb placed. Drive rush. Gets countered by a huge punch there from Ed.
That was a great wake up right there by Ed, and just absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, a little bit of latency there, but what is a fighting game
latency
with
to an M Bison bomb here as a Psycho Crusher comes through. Drive impact stopped by the grab. Switch places here in the corner. And Bison trying to jump out of it at anti-air.
Yeah.
Now Kevin just trying to find his way out.
Yeah, both these people, both these players trying to really figure out how they can do this. That was so close to being hitting that back wall there, but not quite. And both players at their level 3, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on, especially as M Bison has a little bit of an advantage, just being able to close these gaps. who can hit their critical art first.
Yeah, both players really respecting the critical arts that they both see in the bottom corners of their screen.
Somebody do something.
I don't think they want to do anything. The slide does come through, though.
The slide gets them
and that's a lot more anticlimactic than we thought. Both players respecting the...
We're like, look at the bottom. They both got critical arts. Let's see who uses theirs first. No one uses it. Bison just slides in, and Way Awesome Kevin takes that round 5-0. Fantastic recovery versus that first match we saw against the Rashid.
Yeah, that was a well-played match from Kevin. Once it was a little bit... It was close at points. The head just couldn't find a way to keep Bison away, and that's obviously what spelt the end for the Ed.
Yeah, and I think you got to touch on it. It didn't seem like the Ed was too comfortable playing against the Bison, so maybe not really getting matched up against a bunch of them, not having that experience against them, and it ultimately showed in that 5-0 from Way Awesome Kevin. Really just fantastic job sticking to the game plan, making it work. Fantastic recovery, and hopefully can keep this momentum going.
Yeah. Kevin really patient at the right times, really aggressive at the right times, and the Ed just not really finding his way throughout the series. Got close at points, not close enough here as Kevin is going to take all 5 sets, and I really liked that regain from Kevin. As we saw right after the first series, that when he lost 4-1, he took that last set, and we cut to him after, and we saw him laughing, smiling. Kevin's having a great time. His mental, absolutely wonderful.
Unshakable.
And that's unshakable. Kevin, unshakable, and that's really what helped him. He started off clear-minded, was like, I know what I have to do to beat this Ed, and I'm going to do it, and that's exactly what happened. Ed never really found a shot.
Yeah, no, but... You know, you don't want to hear it from me. You guys want to hear straight from the source, from the Clayton brothers themselves. We got a exclusive interview with Mr. Way Awesome Kevin. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. I'm out here one more time with the victor of the day, Way Awesome Kevin. Just got done with his Street Fighter action for today, and I just want to walk us through what sort of happened. We'll go in order, right? The Rashid got the better of you today. That was a strong opponent, and I just want to hear it from you. What sort of happened? What did you see against that opponent?
Yeah, part of me thinks it's matchup knowledge. Another part of me thinks that I was playing just a little too aggressive. We kind of talked about it at the start of the broadcast. You saw it a little bit in the next matchup where I throw out my heavy punch. Move is great, love it to pieces. But because I kept throwing it out while Rashid was like in this range right next to me, I just kept getting more strings one after another, and it just kind of snowballed. Even though it was like over 5 or 6 combos, I just really wanted my heavy punch.
Yeah, and in the last round of that, you did manage to take one off of him, and I think that helped get some momentum back in your favor going into the next series. We heard a bit of a pop-off from the prod room. What did you see that got you that round?
I mean, let's be honest. When you're going and getting your butt kicked in those first 4 rounds, which is what happened, I was getting called out on a lot. To get the one read right that I needed to get that 1 point, and that point will count later on for CFGC. I mean, it felt good. I was feeling good. Bison yells yee when he connects it. You better believe I let out a yee when it hit. It was a great time.
It was a great time. We had a great time in the back room just watching you. Now, taking that momentum into the second series, right, we knew that Ed was a bit of just an interesting matchup. I won't say good, I won't say bad, but you seem to be pretty comfortable into that. How did that feel on your end?
It felt pretty good. When Ed keeps you at a distance, it feels scary. Thankfully, I was able to sort of get in and really keep the pressure going. And that's a very real aspect of the game, is when your opponent is scared to hit buttons in your face. I mean, it pays off. So I was able to stick onto this Ed, get damage going one after another. And it got a little close at the end, but when it comes down to dealing with the pressure, I'm glad that I came out on top.
Amen. You sure did. And that's exciting stuff, being able to, go into high pressure situations and still be able to perform. That matters down the line. I won't keep you too long. I just want to ask one more question. How you feeling going into next week, right? Do we think we see a couple more wins a week from today?
I mean, I'm hoping so. Next week will be the last week of seeding, so we'll be dealing with some even higher skill, like higher ranked opponents, which is going to be super fun, but also a little scary. So I don't know. I'm feeling good as of right now, but we'll have to see once we get there.
Amen. Well, if he's feeling good, I'm feeling good, and I hope you all are feeling good watching from home. And that will do it for us out here. Congratulations on a strong performance today. We're going to send it back to the desk to wrap things up from there.
Thank you, as always, Chris and Kevin and Moss. Unfortunately, we only get 2 matches for today because match number 3 is going to be live on CFGC. So be sure, ladies and gentlemen, to scurry on over there, show them your support and Way Awesome Kevin's support as he goes into his 3rd and final match of the night. And as always, you be you, and peace, love, and esports. Have a good one, guys.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Matchup for Kevin.
Yeah, it really is. And if we could take a look at the schedule we got coming up here, let's talk about Way Awesome Kevin for a bit. I mean, it's just absolutely just dominant last week, and I expect to see more of that here today.
Thanks, guys. We are live once again from our Esports Arena here, where we just watched our Rocket League team take a pretty dominant win in their NACE Week 2 competition. But I am joined now by our Street Fighter player once again, Way Awesome Kevin, coming off also a dominant performance last week. Just want to ask, how you feeling coming into today?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Last week was a very good start for this season, but also just getting into that rhythm online, doing a little bit of climbing on the ladder, it's all sort of falling into place, and so I feel like I'm really hitting my stride right now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris and Kevin. And I mean, that interview's got me even more hyped and ready for these matchups.
Yeah, Kevin, one thing that was really huge listening to that interview was patience.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to not... I mean, he did say brute force. We're going to see a lot of Psycho Crusher. But he's got to be careful. One mess up, and Ed and Rashid are going to just destroy him. So he's got to be really careful with that, because both characters have a lot.
Stats from last season. See how he finished things out, in case you missed the last one. 54 and 51.
How experienced with Ed this player is. Because Ed has the ability to keep M. Bison exactly where he wants him.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether or not he knows how to use those tools exactly. If not, Kevin can kind of just take... It's just depending on how... I think that matchup is going to be patience.
Yeah.
The Rashid matchup is going to be patience, trying to find an opening, trying to wait to see if that Rashid will make a mistake.
Welcome back. Apologies for the delay, and your patience has been rewarded. We've got some Way Awesome Kevin Street Fighter.
A lot more testing.
God, look at that
just
guy.
throw stuff out there. Start coming back. But here we are, coming into the
Trying
game.
to adjust. We see drive impact not really do anything, and now this Rashid's out of meter.
Yeah, that was an incredible round from Rashid. But the Rashid is just doing a great job at keeping Kevin in the corner, and he's getting mixed up like crazy. But the throw comes through, switches the playing field. But despite the drive impact, the Rashid just has to do a little bit more damage to take the round.
Yeah, that was so close. You gotta keep an eye on great throw escape. And now can Wyatt and Kevin take advantage of no drive gauge from the Rashid, but look at just really burnout. But I don't think it's gonna matter as level 3 is gonna come out, and that should be enough to do the trick on to M Bison. And now Wyatt and Kevin.
Yeah, as you saw a second ago, Kevin guessed correctly on that drive impact usage. The problem was he guessed a little too fast, but it's okay because Kevin back him in the corner. But the level 3 comes through, and that will take the round for this Rashid.
Yeah, still
it's just like all dictated by this Rashid as he looks to try and take this last round and take the series 3-0. And he will.
Wow.
Once in a while, like we see right here, huge bomb placement. Kevin's finding openings and he's getting damage taken off of it. But he's not, like, those openings don't happen.
The speed, the combos, the range, the close, he has it all. And as we see another level 3 connect, this will be another round of 4.
Throw coming in, keeping the Rashid in the corner. Rashid now at less than half health. Combo coming through. Huge bomb placement. Drive impact guarded against and
trying to make something work. We see bomb placement on to the Rashid. We see Psycho Crusher barely connect on the last little bit. Wyatt Kevin does have critical art, but it will drive. And there's the level 3 coming out, and Way Awesome Kevin should take this one. Level 3 to finish it off in style. Great job there. Fantastic momentum heading into that game, and Way Awesome makes it so much easier to adjust what your opponent is doing and figures them out.
You're trying to gaslight me. He was a DLC character.
Is he? Bison was
one of the first DLC
We got Ed versus Bison on the screen.
Take a little bit of hits here and there. Just can't give any big openings up. And here as we see Kevin kind of start being a little more patient, but those Kevin going for the combo. We're going to Steve place the bomb. Psycho Crusher actually into the level 3.
Yep, and it is enhanced because the health is below 20%, but it's not quite enough to
Absolute huge read there from Kevin with the double stomp. I believe he may have dropped the combo there.
Yeah.
But he does get the throw in. And this round is currently at Kevin's advantage, and
I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Level 3 connects.
Level 3 comes in, and I want to talk about it for a second while this level 3 goes in and Bison just slams Ed into the ground.
You know, you can tell he wants the spacing, but it just gets close so quickly.
Well, the Ed looks a little uncomfortable currently.
Of damage, but Wyatt Kevin keeping him in this corner, keeping him in the combo. Level 3 coming out, that's going to connect, and that should be another round and the win for Wyatt Kevin. That being said, though, we do play.
Pretty bad for the Ed, but he does get gauge back. Kevin, absolute fantastic. Some would say awesome reaction time. Is he able to
completely controlling the flow of this entire game, and we see level 3 this should kill.
I believe it does. No, it does not. It does not. That's what I was going to say. As Kevin looks to close it out, and the drive impact will. Drive impact gets Kevin in the corner. The combo will come through. Going to do a lot of damage there. Kevin tries to grab, but whiffs.
Just pummeling him with everything he's got. Psycho Crush going to come out bomb as well. And it's just so much. And that Ed having no health and
affecting the critical arts that they both see in the bottom corners of their screen.
Somebody do something.
I don't think they want to do anything. The slide does come through, though.
The slide gets them.
And that's affecting the...
We're like, look at the bottom. They both got critical arts. Let's see who uses theirs for recovery versus that first match we saw against
and in the last round of that, you did manage to take one off of him, and I think that helped get some momentum back in your favor going into the next series. We heard a bit of a pop-off from the prod room. What did you see that got you that round?
I mean, let's be honest. When you're going and getting your butt kicked in those first 4 rounds, which is what happened, I was getting called out on a lot. To get the one read right that I needed to get that 1 point, and that point will count later on for CFGC. I mean, it felt good. I was feeling good. Bison yells yee when he connects it. You better believe I let out a yee when it hit. It was a great, I mean, it pays off. So I was able to stick onto this Ed, get damage going one after another. And it got a little close at the end, but when it comes down to dealing with the pressure, I'm glad that I came out on top.
Amen. You sure did. And that's exciting stuff, being able to, you know, go into high pressure situations and still be able to perform that.
I don't know. I'm feeling good as of right now, but we'll have to see once we get there.
Of the night. As always, you know, you be you, and peace, love, and esports. Have a good one, guys.